Hi, this is Marlene Dinarius here from Latinum. You can find Latinum at Patreon if you want to support this channel. We're on lesson 3, a child's introduction to Thoroughbass. The positions of chords. Now, do you perfectly understand what a common chord is? Yes, it is the third, fifth, and eighth of a bass note played along with it. For example, here C. Just so. And because those are common chords, it is not necessary to write their figures over their bass notes, though all other chords have their figures marked. Now, if you saw a note in Thoroughbass written plain, without any figure to it, what chord would you play to it? Its common chord. Very well. Now then, you must understand next that every chord may be played in as many different positions as it has notes. Bring me that box of wafers and choose for me out of it 3 of different colors. There is a black and a white and a green. Now put them one over the other and tell me which color you choose for the top. I have put the green uppermost, and the black next, and the white the lowest. Then we will call that the first position. Now pull the white from under the other 2 and put it to the top. That will make another position. So it does, and I suppose I am now to take the black out and put it to the top to make the third position. Am I right? Quite right. Now you understand from the changes in the position of these wafers how the changes in the position of chords are made. Tell me, what is the position of the common chord which you learned yesterday? 3, 5, 8, written so, 3, 5, 8. Now, change the figures as you did the wafer and tell me what is the second position. 5, 8, 3, I suppose. Exactly. And the third, 8, 3, 5. Now, write down the common chord of C in all its different positions in notes, and the pupil then writes. So here we have the example with C, 3, 5, and the octave. Then 5, 8, 3, and then 8, 3, 5. Do you think you could, in the same way, write the common chords of F or B, etc., in their different positions? The pupil then writes a variety of common chords. You perceive that in all those different positions, the treble alone changes in each chord, but the bass remains the same. In the example with C as the bass. Yes, because it is the root note. And you perceive by your ear when I play these chords on the pianoforte that in all the different positions of each chord, the harmony is the same. Can you find out the reason? I will try. You told me harmony was the union of several sounds, and you told me that the same notes played in different places on the pianoforte always sounded alike. For example, C and C. So that I suppose, I think you have stated the premises very well. But if you want me to draw the conclusion, and that is, if the sound of each note is not altered by the place in which it is played being changed, so the harmony or union of those sounds will not be changed by the positions or places of the notes which compose it being varied. That is just what I thought, only I could not say it. Then I fear your thoughts were not clearly arranged, for we can always say distinctly what we think correctly. But to return, I have remarked to you that in changing the positions of chords, it is the treble only that varies. However, very often the bass changes from the root note to some other contained in the chord, while the treble remains the same. That is called the inversion of a chord. Stop. Let me tell now. The harmony will remain just the same, even though the bass does change, because it is all the same notes, only played in different places. Now, did I not think that correctly? You did indeed, and I would rather hear one of your own correct thoughts than all the thoughts of other people your mind could be filled with. In our next lesson, I will tell you more about inversions of chords. Oh, I am sorry this lesson is over. Then you shall prolong it a few minutes by telling me what is the only chord which requires no figures to express it. The common chord. How many different positions has every chord? As many positions as notes. What is the first position of a common chord? 3, 5, 8. What is the second? 5, 8, 3. What is the third? 8, 3, 5. What is an inversion of a chord? When the bass note changes from the root note to some other note of the chord. What is the difference between the positions and inversions of a chord? In the positions, the treble changes, and the bass remains the same. And in inversions, the bass changes, and the treble remains the same.